Hello, welcome back to the Fish Looker out on the shore at night. Right, we have got some fantastic tides. I think it's a super moon. So I've got my foraging hook, I've got a foraging bucket. I have also brought my little UV light because this does show some wonderful creatures. It's 2 hours before low tide and we're just going to go for a walk along the low tide line. Got my life jacket, got my foraging kit, let's go. I honestly just cannot get over not only how still it is tonight, but also how bright. All I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way along the low tide line, just checking all these cracks and crannies for crabs, lobsters, fish, anything we can find. There, look, there's a perfect example. There, at the back of there, I don't know if you can see it, is a little tiny edible crab. We've just got to find his great-great-granddad. Right, that there is a sign. You see all this sand here has been turned out. Oh look, there's a little crab there. But there is a green leaf worm. We sometimes find egg cases. Oh, there's another one there, look. But yeah, coming back to it, down at the bottom of there is a crab. Just see if I can angle that to show you. You see it right down the back of there? There is an edible crab. So that was it. Just look for the signs and in the little holes. Looking at this, I will be amazed if there isn't something living at the back of there. Can you see like where it's all been scooped out? It just honestly looks like something scooped all of that out of there. I'm going to have to put the camera down and get in there and have a rake about with my hook. But yeah, that's the type of thing you're looking for. There was quite a large velvet swimming crab in there, but I'm not after keeping them tonight, so I left it where it was. I wasn't going to go to the extra effort of dragging it out of there. But I did find this. Now I think those are lovely. Give me a proper look at it. That is a squat lobster. Incredible, aren't they? Let that go. I'll leave him under there now. Yeah. There's some tube worms, look. See them? All of these seaweeds here, they were in prime condition a week or two ago. This is pepper dulse. It's a flat fernweed. And even the pom-pom weeds. And even you can see the tops of this Irish moss is starting to change as well. It's amazing how quickly it all turns. This is one of the things that I wasn't looking forward to. As all the seaweeds have grown, so has the thongweed, also called sea spaghetti. And I tell you what, it just makes it absolutely deadly. They're incredibly slippery and they wrap around your feet. Here's another one here, look. If you can just see up there, there are two edible crabs just hiding at the back. Now I know they're too small. They're too small to keep, so I'll just leave them be. But that's what you're looking for. Here you can see that crab in there? Right, don't go mad. Just tease them out. There she is. There it is. Shows you how still the night is, doesn't it? Yeah. That is a female edible crab, but too small to keep. She'd want to be about that big. So, let go. Right. You saw how hard it was to get her out. Watch how quickly she'll go back in now. Now you stay out of trouble. And there, hiding at the back, is a velvet swimming crab. Straight back in there. Every now and then, when you find a little space in the seaweed, there is life everywhere. Look, there is a little tiny wrasse. It's just finding somewhere that's not carpeted in that thongweed. Oh, that was close. Well, I made it. There, just spotted it. Don't know if you can see it. See that there? That's a sea scorpion. See it? Got it. That is a short spine sea scorpion. What an incredible looking fish they are. Perfectly camouflaged in that colour, aren't they? Just seen something else move there. Now that is quite special. There, see it swimming? That is a greater pipefish. That is a relation of the seahorse. I can hear something over here. Oh, that's why I can hear something. That there, if you can see it. Put this guy down. Oh no, where's it gone? That was a pistol shrimp. That's why I could hear it. Oh, where is he? It's a little pink shrimp, and it's got it's got like a real big claw on one end, on one side. And when it twangs its claw like that, it can break glass. We are these greater pipefish. Are just incredible, aren't they? You can see there that head, just like a seahorse. They are a relation of the seahorse. And the males, like the seahorses, carry the young. So can you see underneath there? All the eggs. So this one is a male. Just a little tiny tail on the end. But look how camouflaged they are. Just like a piece of seaweed. And that little pistol shrimp, as if I managed to extract it like that. Look at that. So much life just in one little rock pool. I told you, didn't I? As soon as you can find a little space away from this seaweed, just find loads. You get down there. I checked out this hole a while ago, and just like before, look. These are pieces of lobster shell. So that tells me that either there's been a lobster in here and something's eaten it, or there's a lobster in here and it's just shed its shell. Now I can just see a lobster claw there, just at the back of there. I'm gonna have to. There, look, there's more parts of claw here. Look, there's a lobster at the back of there. I'll get laid down and see if I can't get it out. Right, I'm not going to say that was easy, because it absolutely wasn't, but there she is. Yeah, I was just sat at the back of there, just managed to kind of finagle it out of my hook. But yeah, there it is. Actually, it's a male. Tell it's a male by them two little white dots there and there. Whew. And the best thing about that is that's big enough to keep. Yeah, I knew it. I knew as soon as I started finding like little pieces of shell like that. Look, that's just come off. Which side is it? That's come off that side there, look. Perfect. I don't know where you think you're going. No chance. Yeah, I ended up getting water in one of my wellies, but it was worth it. This really is where one of these underwater torches comes into its own, because when you try and shine down onto something there, the light reflects off, whereas when you can get the light under the water, so a little waterproof torch is fantastic. Get my tape measure out just to double check this guy. Now it needs to be 90mm from the back of the eye to the back of the carapace. Don't know how well you can see that. Perfect. I must admit, this is my favourite patch of this beach when we get to all this magic seaweed. It is just stunning, isn't it? Incredible. I don't know where you're going. We'll let the UV light out in a second and see if we can't find some enemies. I don't know what he thought he was doing hiding there. Not a very good hiding place, was it? All I've done is I've just switched over and I'm now using the UV headlamp. And look at this. I wouldn't have spotted this otherwise. See there? See that dogfish egg? I wouldn't have seen that otherwise. It was all hidden in seaweed, and I just saw a little flash of green. And also over here, see that? Watch this. Aren't they just incredible? Look. Absolutely mesmerising. This is something you can possibly look out for. And unfortunately it's something that I'm seeing more and more of, is this crab here has actually got a parasite in it. If you see underneath its vent there, you see underneath the vent, see that yellow ball? That's a parasite. Unfortunately, when it gets to this point, when the ball has grown to that size, the parasite has already taken control of all of its nervous system, and it actually changes its sex. So this is now infertile. It's a real shame, and we're starting to see more of it. Yep. Unfortunately, there's nothing really you can do. Tucked away into there is a common blenny. See if I can't just... See? Now you need to be careful with these because these do bite. Now look. That is a common blenny, also called a shanny. Camouflaged, aren't they? There again, look. There's another shore crab. And you turn it over, it's got the same parasite. There's nothing really you can do. I mean, you can't remove the parasite, you can't kill the parasite without killing the crab. It's just a real shame. There is a lovely blue jellyfish. There are some absolutely minuscule pollock swimming around in here. I don't know if you can see them, but the thing that really caught my eye is these dahlia anemone. There's one. There's one. There's one there, look. There's an even bigger one there. As soon as you can find a little bit of space where it hasn't got seaweed on it, it's just life everywhere. There's one of them little tiny pollock. There is another one. Are you ready? Now the camera just doesn't do it justice. I'm going to try and get my phone out to see if I can get a better video of it. There it is. Just look at that. Incredible, aren't they? We're just walking down here and I've just nearly stepped on something. I thought I'll step backwards and I'll turn the video on, and I've nearly stepped on another. Look, there's one. And there's another, look. See him? That is a top knot. And that is a top knot. Oh, I splashed the lens. There is a male top knot. And there is a female. He's just crazy, that one. He just wants to be away. I wonder if he's fallen out with his missus. Yeah. How wonderful, aren't they? Very gently, gently. You can see the size difference between the male and the female, can't you? No, he's not having it. He's not. He doesn't want to be anywhere near her, does he? I think they must have had a tiff. But you would just think that was a pebble, wouldn't you? If you didn't see them beady eyes on there, you'd think it was a pebble. Now this really is something cool that I wasn't expecting. UV lamp on the top knots. Look at that. Yeah, look. It's like psychedelic orange. Look. That is amazing, I wasn't expecting that. Incredible. Where's the little one? There's the little one. Oh, it's the same but just not as bright. She is awesome. Yeah. So that was a new one for me. Every day is a school day. And just for anybody who was curious, Mr. Lobster, what he looks like under UV light is a slight tinge of green. His feet and his teeth are quite green, aren't they? I've spotted another one. I nearly stepped on it again. That's how good a camouflage they have. Can you see it? Incredible, aren't they? Normal. You can't see it, can you? Not as impressive as the top knots, but still pretty impressive. I think that is a daisy anemone. Oh look, there's some eggs. Those there, they look like clingfish eggs. So there might be some clingfish around here. That's the thing with them though, they're so fast you'll barely see them. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. There is a clingfish. Let's make sure we get these rocks back down. Whenever you lift a rock, you should always make sure that you put it back. There's another one there, look. You see it? I've been seeing these swimming around and I just can't catch them. You see it there? Oh, little wrasse. I need to bring a net with me next time. But yeah, there's stacks of them. Little tiny ballons and corkwing wrasse. You just see the disturbance as they move, and you've just got to hope you see where they go. It's getting to that time of night now that we're going to have to make tracks. Tide's turned, so we're going to have to move. Found all sorts, loads of really interesting little creatures. I was over, I couldn't believe it when I turned that UV light onto them top knots and it started glowing orange. Now the lobster that's in a bucket up there, I'm going to take that home, and maybe me and James might go out and have a little bit of a cook up. We will see what the weather does tomorrow. Well, today. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning today. See you in a bit. We've cooked our lobster that I found this morning, last night, and we're going to have him for our tea, aren't we?
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed joining us. All the very best. What do we say?
Bye from the fish slaughter.
Bye from the fish slaughter.